For 8 weeks, one of you never lost a presentation. Faith, your record speaks for itself.
Thank you very much, Big Brother.
Well done.
I feel like maybe I'm not creative enough. So.
You're very. Please tell Imisi to move away. The cost of his indulgence is 1 million naira.
The housemates were super excited on winning their wager, but the excitement was even more profound on finding out that they won't be shopping this weekend because they will be treated like kings and queens next week. Well, K-Bobo danced around the arena, of course. He knows he's already in the finals. Well, why the likes of Mide, Isabella, they will be anticipating. Even Mide had to say, oh God, that she really wants to be in this final week, because enjoyment go choke. It go choke. Well, Isabella, with faith, was telling the rest of the housemates that they will do well to clear up what they have this week, like the eggs, the protein, the chicken, and all of that, because next week, enjoyment go plenty. Well, Big Brother then proceeded to tell the housemates that for 8 weeks, one of them never lost a presentation except it was a group one. Big Brother then called on Faith and told him that your record speaks for itself. I knew at this point the housemates they won't like this one. They will be gnashing their teeth. In fact, from their facial expression, you could tell. Big Brother proceeded to commend his consistency and commitment. Honestly, Biggie sees everything indeed. Well, Big Brother told him well done, and Faith in return thanked Big Brother. But why didn't the housemates clap? Like, well, this one will look like he prepares a table for me in the presence of my enemies, because of all this you decided to sit this one out, and yet you're getting an accolade, not just an accolade, like overall best accolade of the season. Well, on Sunday or Wednesday, it's allowed. Big Brother then informed the housemates that this marks the end of their wager task presentation. That in course of their wager task presentation, that some performance were and they started singing from, you all know that song, that's Thelma Lawson's team during the Prize of Fame wager task presentation. That's the Kola 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 Mide Mide. Well, even the housemates themselves, they knew about this very one. Well, Biggie told them regardless of this, that some of their performance, some of the wager task presentation was incredible. And some of the housemates also stole the show in these presentations. Like Mensan during the Waco's Playhouse, Mide in Lost But Found, that's the Nollywood Drama Week. And Mide was even surprised because that day none of the judges acknowledged her, and Biggie didn't say much on that day. And Faith also got the second acknowledgement this night. Faith for meat-based, that's team meat-based. You remember the health week whereby they talked about meat-based and plant-based, and the house they grouped into two, and he did excellently well for meat-based. Jason J was acknowledged for his role in Who Is Next. Remember, this Who Is Next Jason was acknowledged for was still the wager task presentation of Prize of Fame. To tell you that Big Brother sees everything, recognizes and acknowledges. You remember when this whole drama thing that happened between the housemates and Faith, when Mensan was telling Faith that you took the accolade for that drama, meanwhile it was Jason J's idea. Now, this is Big Brother telling you that he sees and knows everything. Now, Jason J is getting the accolade for that particular presentation. Mensan was trying to say that Faith took the shine, Do you understand something from what Big Brother was doing tonight? This is Biggie reminding them he's the eye, he's the boss, he knows, he sees. So if Biggie decides to, commend you today and it's not your thing, he knows and he knew why he did that. Well, the acknowledgement continues. Big Brother acknowledged Imisi for American Wonder. And finally, Coin for his last week performance. You all remembered, even in that video, I told you all that Coin was the star for me. I told you all in that video that Coin showed up and showed out in style. In fact, after his presentation, I had to go read more about the masquerade festival he made mention of, the Orun and all of that. Well, Big Brother then told them that all of them have grown in confidence, in teamwork, and creativity, that they've proven that they can rise above any challenge presented before them. Biggie then told them that he hopes they carry that spirit beyond this world. Well, Big Brother told them well done and congratulated them once again, and then told them for the final time this season, housemates, you've won your wager. That was such an emotional line for me. Now, let's move forward. Remember that Big Brother, when he was acknowledging talents, Dede, Sultana, K-Bobo, Rude Boy, and Kola wasn't mentioned. Like they were not recognized on a one-on-one level, right? Now, coming back into the main lounge, and Kola then tells Imisi that honestly, he felt a certain way that he wasn't acknowledged personally. And I'm like, bro, you weren't the only one. I remember that Big Brother acknowledged you all on a general note. Well, Imisi started telling him words of encouragement that no, now, you see this hosting thing, that you do excellent in it. That maybe Big Brother, maybe your role, where you shine out, wasn't where Big Brother decided to concentrate and commend them on tonight. Well, while I understand Kola, it's very okay to feel that way. But it still tell you how much of effort you made in wager presentation this season, how much contribution, how much role you played in. Meanwhile, the red phone called tonight, and this time around, Kola happened to be who received the call, and they instructed him that Imisi should step back. Just imagine Imisi refusing to step back. Anyway, she actually did that, and they told Kola they want to offer him a treat for himself and for the housemaid. They'll be getting manicure, pedicure, but this will cost 1,000,000 naira. And my brothers and sisters, Kola declined though. And you didn't have to see me screaming, yes, that's the spirit. Because what are you guys doing with manicure and pedicure for 1,000,000 naira? Hey. Because tell me what I'll be cutting that will result to 1,000,000 naira. On top how many housemates? I beg you. This was me saying yes. Yes. Reject it before winner's money say go finish before the person step out of the house. Can't you see how hard the economy is? Please, if you're not Nigerian, the current economy now, we are seeing shaggy banza. Like, this is going back to back to remove millions of naira on top waiting. Well, Kola did well by rejecting that offer. But if you feel Kola did not do well, that he could have still accepted it, please tell me in the comment section. Does manicure and pedicure of how many housemates or what 1,000,000 naira being deducted from the winner's prize money? Let me hear your opinion in the comment section, please. Meanwhile, as usual, they've asked Kola to keep this confidential, that no housemaid should hear about the details of this conversation. This one go hard for Kola. You and I, we know Kola. We all know how Kola media around in the house used to happen on a normal day. Well, Imisi had come, pressed and pressed on, trying to know if Kola was spilled. But Kola just told her, no, I'm not allowed to talk about this with anybody. Well, Imisi said she's scared though. She really wants to know what that call is about. Well, I guess she's now in the same feeling with Dede when Coin pranked her last night and Coin picked another call this afternoon. And Dede was like, are we leaving? Are we staying? Well, I guess Miss is feeling that way before Kola will come and pick you and the rest of you will just leave the house. But anyway, guys, this is me thanking you all for being with me throughout the season, throughout the whole wager task presentation. Sometimes some people will say, you talk too much, you narrate too much, just show us the video. I want to see the video. Hey, I don't need the explanation, I don't need this. But then I appreciate you all who always come into the comment section to tell me you carried us along. It felt like I watched the show myself. Thank you for this. I didn't watch. I watched, but I did not get to understand it. Thank you for being detailed. This is me telling you all, na good day. Thank you, Dalo. I appreciate so much for the words of encouragement, the comments, the likes, the share. Even sometimes people will be like, this one, the narrative is so much, bro. I appreciate all of that. Okay, and this is me signing out in the final wager task presentation narration. See you all next season, inshallah. by the grace of God. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your night. Bye.
Next week, you will be treated like the kings and queens you are. Some of you also stole the show on some nights. Menton Fall, Wacko's Playhouse, Midday Inn, Lost and Found, Jason J for Who's Next, Imisi for American Wonder, Coin last week. And for the final time this season, you have won your wager.
Very well. You and your fellow housemates will now be getting a manicure and pedicure session from Big Brother.